Hello again, YouTubers. I'm SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel with a random news roundup video for, the first 8 days of April 2020. So, I wasn't planning on doing this. I was, just going just planning on doing a monthly news roundup video, but two things are happening in April. Firstly, something that has already happened is a lot of SpongeBob news has been flowing out. And also, the second thing is actually I'll be having exams and all that at the end of April, so I figured I just put this video out first in case I don't manage to cover it at the end of the month. So that is that. And yeah, we've got quite a bit of stuff to get to. So first up, Animation Magazine. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, pushed back by 2 months. Paramount Pictures announced that movie audiences won't be able to return to Bikini Bottom until July 31st. So this is a really unfortunate happening, but of course it was kind of expected. With the current situation, they can't possibly expect people to go out to the theaters in May. And perhaps they figured, okay, you know what, this strikes a balance between, trying to release the movie as soon as possible with regard to SpongeBob's 20th anniversary, which kind of ends in July this year. And also, the health aspect where, you don't want people to crowding in theaters and all that. But apparently July 31st is good enough for them. It should be noted that other productions like Top Gun Maverick was pushed back 6 months, A Quiet Place pushed back from March to September, so also 6 months. So it's interesting that the SpongeBob movie is only getting pushed back by 2 months. I'm not sure why. Perhaps it's because, the movie's kind of already completed. It's mostly maybe 95, 96, 97% completed in the late post-production stage. So perhaps that's why they're, mostly ready to release the movie whenever it available, whenever able, right? So that is that. Thankfully, we do still have the SpongeBob books, but unfortunately for me, because I do not live in the United States, I have had a lot of trouble trying to get hold of those. And I was thinking of getting the digital copy to review for you guys, but unfortunately, as of the making of this video, Nickelodeon pushed back the Kindle release day for the SpongeBob movie junior novelization from April 7th to April 14th. So I'm not sure if they're going to push it back further, or are they going to really, release it on April 14th. So we'll have to see. And of course, the content will be coming out whenever that happens. On the main SpongeBob movie website, we have the new updated release day of July 31st. So that's just the only main update. And on the SpongeBob Movie Facebook page, as well as Twitter as well. So yeah, you could get this background for your Zoom video conferencing use. Yeah, so you could just use this as a background and pretend like you're in the lost city of Atlantic City or somewhere nearby. Really interesting, but it's kind of a generic piece of art. We have the characters and the background the same of which was in the poster, so nothing too special there. But yeah, so that is the most important SpongeBob news currently in April. The SpongeBob movie has been pushed back. Now we're going to go on to our second most important SpongeBob news for today's video. This tweet by Vincent Waller with regards to SpongeBob Production. He says, to those who were worried, SpongeBob is doing fine. Of course he's doing fine. He's a cartoon character. I know, he's referring to the show. Okay. Production continues. We are all working from home during the lockdown. Okay, so that's interesting. Nickelodeon's leaders have been great at logistics and support during this crazy time. Stay safe and stay home. So yeah, basically season 13 is still in production, and they're just doing as much as possible that they can get done at home, I presume. A good statement here. Season 12's production is finished, but it hasn't finished airing. And Vincent says, this often happens. Programming is a mysterious beast, and yes, we do have 2 new SpongeBob episodes coming out like 3 days from now, Saturday, April 11th. But aside from that, we do not have any information of any further future airings. So yeah, not sure what's going on with Nickelodeon programming. I mean, this is a perfect time to air new episodes after all, since everybody is kind of at home. Okay, so he says we're still working on 13, Camp Coral, etc., etc. Probably etc., etc. means either the SpongeBob movie, which is unlikely because I believe that is being covered by another team. I could be wrong though. We could also have the Squidward spin-off thing that was talked about earlier this year. Okay, mic recording. Okay, I'm not sure how they're gonna really do it. But they'll figure it out. Okay, and the last thing here I wanted to cover, season 14. Since season 13 is short, no word on 14 yet, but we are barreling to you with Camp Coral and other things I cannot elaborate as of yet. Now, there has not been any, announcements of Camp Coral's premiere being pushed back. Currently, it's still slated, I believe, for June 2020, which is about 2 months from now. And perhaps this tweet kind of implies that the show is, well into production, or maybe even perhaps close to completion. So perhaps we are not gonna get a delay. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to assume things from this. So yeah, everything's still up in the air, but production is ongoing. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the SpongeBob Musical, right? And the tour, unfortunately, of the tour throughout the United States, unfortunately, has been terminated. Yeah, so they just put up this Instagram post on March 28th, and it's unfortunate, but thankfully we do have the the live on stage thing recording, so you guys can still watch it if you want to. But okay, so this is the unfortunate news regarding the SpongeBob Musical, right? But there is some amazing news. Concord Theatricals acquires licensing rights for the SpongeBob Musical. Okay, so it says the world of Bikini Bottom comes to life in a musical which opened on Broadway in 2017, and they have secured exclusive worldwide licensing rights to the SpongeBob Musical. Alright, so this, let's just take a look at this first, right? So specifically this line, right? After an award-winning run on Broadway and a subsequently successful North American national tour, well, the second thing isn't exactly 100% true, since they kind of had to end that early. But anyways, we are delighted to partner with Concord Theatricals to make the SpongeBob Musical available to perform around the globe. And this is the most important thing, right? Because this means that there will be a world tour maybe in 2021. Probably not this year because of the current situation. And that's really great because, again, I do not live in the United States, so I'm really hoping for them to come by Singapore or somewhere around here, and I'll be able to go to the live show for the first time. Yay, that's great. Okay, so and the last piece of news for today is this Licensing Global article. Just came out today, actually. Happy Socks debuts SpongeBob SquarePants collection. And this Swedish sock company is releasing its first SpongeBob themed collection, basically of socks. And we're gonna go over to the website here. On this homepage, we're gonna click shop now. Let's take a look at what they have. Okay, we're gonna accept the cookies. Okay, Bubble the Fun, right? So these socks are a new special edition. Okay, let's take a look. Treasure chests. Socks Ahoy. Okay, so this is what we want to take a look at. The designs, right? So we have SpongeBob excited, SpongeBob with pineapples and his eager face. I don't like this one though. It just it looks kind of counterfeit. To be honest, it looks fake. This one, well, I don't know why that looks that way. This one looks a little bit psychedelic. This one, of course, SpongeBob original sock. I can totally understand that. This one, not bad actually. It looks way better than the Patrick one with the black background. Okay, and SpongeBob Smile Storm for kids. SpongeBob say cheeseburger. He's not really saying cheese. His mouth is kind of shut, right? So, well, yeah, that is that. But if you are interested, use the hashtag Happy Socks and SpongeBob, and you can visit this website. It's not sponsored or anything, but yeah, if you guys are interested, I'll just put a link in the description box below in case you want to get any of these. Personally, I'm not going to. But yeah, so that is all for our SpongeBob news for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comment, etc. Keep it right here on Ultimate SpongeBob 101, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we will be starting our playthrough of SpongeBob's Krusty Cook-Off, that app that is currently still kind of limited in its global release. So yeah, we'll be doing that in the next video. See you guys later. Bye!